Hello guys, Elita Legionarii here, and today I am bringing you a 4 vs 4 31k for Rome Total War. I'm in command of the Legionarii-Brutii Romans, and my army consists of 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urban, so nothing special there, just the typical. On my right is Paladinbob, who's actually commanding the Greeks, something he doesn't do very often in 31k. Now, for some reason he didn't set up his formation, so he has to actually come and do that now. His army consists of, I see, looks like 4 Cretan archers, 3 armoured hoplites, and the rest are Spartan hoplites. So it should be a pretty lethal army on the attack. We've got an Egyptian player here, which is rare. This is under the command of Diomidis of the Greek clan. This guy is an absolute master of pikes and an amazing microer. And he's playing as Egypt, which is pretty tricky in 31k, but in the right hands can be dangerous. So his army consists of 4 Pharaoh's Guard, 6 Egyptian chariots, and the rest are Pharaoh's bowmen. So that's 10 Pharaoh's bowmen. And then we have Cleo of the Greek clan, Cleomenes. He's got Pontus. It's lots of chariots for our team. He's got 4 scythe chariots, 2 chariot archers, and the rest are bronze shield pikemen. So that's us, and we're going to do a bit of skirmishing first, obviously. That's obviously what you do when you've got Pontus, Egypt kind of mix. Out on the very far right of our opponent's team, we've got Thor, the Wolves clan, ex-7 member. He left Wolves, not really sure why, but he did. He's got a large infantry army by the looks of it. Let's see, he's got 4, 8, 12, 16 Urbans I can see there, and he's probably got some cav maybe hidden up in this area up here or something. Then we have Odin, of Odin as well. He's not really in the clan, rather. Him and Thor are actually brothers. He's using the Senate, rather, and he's using these archer or cavalry auxiliary to try and get at some of those archers, I suspect, or Diomedes, but as you can see, it did not come off well. One of them mounted. I'm actually going to pause this while I outline the armies. Then he's got looks like 2 units of light auxiliary. Now I really don't know why he's brought these units, to be honest. I guess because they have a bonus versus chariots, but to be honest, just bring archers for chariots, because light auxiliary are not going to be any good, or any skirmish units not going to be any good. They're only useful for dealing with elephants, which are not really going to be in a 31k game, obviously. So and they can't really damage urban cohorts to any extent. So I don't really know why he bothered with those, to be honest. They're not really a very useful unit. Then he's got, let's see, he's got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 urbans. So those 2, and he's got the 2 units of Praetorian Cav. Then we have Pompey of the Brotherhood clan. This guy's a really good player. He's playing as Macedon. He's got, he's got 4 archers, and I think the rest are all pikemen. I don't think he had any cav. So that's 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, 3 archers, yeah, and then 17 more pikemen. And then we have Talos of the Brotherhood clan, another very good player. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Praetorian Cav, and the rest are Urbans, and one of them's a Roman archer. So that's his force, that's the enemy force. So good start for us so far. Got off to a pretty good start, and done quite a bit of damage to those light auxiliary, and they're not going to have much ability to resist the skirmish capacity of Cleo and Dio. So Thor started a long way out from his allies. Don't really know why he did that, because they were all supposed to link up or something. I can't remember. Now, there was a little bit of lag in this game, and it really frustrated Thor. And I do understand what he means, because I've done a few games before, and if there is lag in a 31k game, that it's not very common. In fact, it's very uncommon, thankfully, but when it does happen, it can really muck you up, especially if you're actually using chariots. Because you try to get your chariots to run, and sometimes they walk, or all sorts of things. They get stuck, and the lag makes it much harder to control them. And chariots are already kind of difficult to control at times. So yeah, I can understand his frustration in this fight. Although I found the lag to be pretty mild in this fight. I did do a couple of following fights afterwards this one, and they were much worse lag. So, but he found that a bit frustrating. But I can understand why. Lag is certainly annoying in 31k because it can really muck up your micro. But I found it was generally fairly mild, to be honest. I think it could be that some people still have some issues with the new server. Personally, I don't. I don't have any issues at all that come about by it, so it's really not a big deal for me. But I have noticed a few people have had a few issues that's caused some lag and things, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. They're probably just still sorting out the kinks and issues with it. But anyway, Cleo and Dio are just going to skirmish a little bit. Here you can see these light auxilia, which is supposed to be good against chariots. Then Diomedes comes in with his chariots here, and they're going to get them up pretty quickly. So, you know, I really don't know why Odin even bothered. They're just not a good unit, really. They're not. Skirmishers are just not good in Rome Total War unless they're dealing with elephants. You really want, if you want to play a game where we've got skirmishers, go to Rome 2, because they're just not good in Rome 1. So they're going to get wiped out fairly quickly. If they're able to throw their javelins into chariots, they can kill them, but they just require too much protection and stuff. And as you can see, they just don't really have any real effect. So there's 3 of the units Odin has broken already, so not going to be of much good to him. So in a moment, myself and Bob will move up to start engaging. Thor has gone to Testudo just to block out any of the missile shots from any of these guys. But these guys will most likely look to just skirmish once the fight's begun. Fire arrows to pour into lower morale, so I think I'll just double speed here, to be honest. Bob's formed himself up a formation here. It's not exactly all neat and tidy, but it will work. And he's not got any real gaps in his formation, so that will be a pretty effective formation, and it will do a good job against Talos. So we're going to start pushing up now. Initially I suggested we skirmish, but Dio wanted us to attack and skirmish at the same time. They seemed confident they could do both, so I wasn't going to argue. Both of them more experienced players than myself. So the idea here was actually we'd push up, and I would hold Odin and slightly angle my army towards Thor, and Cleo would come around to the left here and would attack Thor on here, and then we'd use a combined cav and chariot strike against Thor. That's what we messaged. I think Cleo couldn't see our messages or something, but we sort of managed to work it out as we went along, just working on instinct, I guess, or experience. So as you can see, plenty of skirmishing going on out the side here, and it's going nicely to our allies, to our Greek allies. So I'm going to move up here. As you see, there's fire arrows coming in here. Bob's going to move his archers this way. Oops, that's double speed. That's too laggy. So I'm going to push up, but I'll move slightly more to the left, because I saw how far Cleo was going out to the left, and I didn't want there to be a gap between us, and I want to support Cleo. So I move out to the left, as you can see, and I'm going to take a bit of peeler here, but that's fine. It's better if I take the peeler than Cleo, seeing as I can actually take it much better than he can. And I'm going to open up here. There's some fire arrows coming down on Odin as well. Fire arrows coming down on Thor. And this unit's already getting a lot of losses, and its morale is reducing quite a bit. So they keep pulling this way, so I'm going to keep going this way as well. Bob's comfortable. I mean, his Greek army, his Spartans will last for ages against these Romans. So he's relatively okay to be left on his own, because the Greeks can survive that. I need to support Pontus the most. Pontus' infantry is going to be highly outclassed. So here Thor runs away, or pulls back. Going to turn the peeler on now. Get some nice shots in. Fortunately, started at the Testudo, I didn't notice that. But I should be able to get these guys over here. Few of them, but he's just going to get away in time. You've got to watch Testudos, because they'll just throw them all at Testudo if you're not manually watching it, so sometimes if you miss it, it can be quite bad. So Thor tries to escape, pull back, a wise move because he was going to get tag teamed, but Cleo sees the opportunity and rushes him, and Thor is not very well formed. However, this is still pretty dangerous for Cleo, because he just throws people into Cleo's men here. So I need to come and help Cleo quickly, because bronze shield will lose this fight over time. Odin's working to support him, but there's a gap forming between Talos and Odin now, and this is where Pompey probably needs to move up to block the gap, which is what I think he's going to start doing now, but he's probably a little slow to get it done. I'm going to push up more. Bob's just going to push up and start dealing with Talos, although Talos is breaking up his army quite a bit. I'm just going to pause now. As you can see, Diomedes is moving his chariots and a lot of his archers out to the right. He's going to start taking flank shots and fire arrow shots. Bob and Dio are using their missiles in the centre for fire arrows. Cleo is skirmishing out on the left, and his chariots are out on the left. So I want to try to make sure I catch all of that. Here we see Odin's Chestudos were isolated, so I'm going to quickly do a cav charge to break through. And as you see, fire arrows are coming in on the side of Thor. Now, Cleo's going to start losing this fight, so I need to intervene. So I'm going to start pushing up here to help him, because as you can see, Macedon's coming in as well, and Macedon's moving up through here as well. So I'm going to send my cavalry, and I'm going to slice them up the side of Thor's army if I can. So I'm trying to coordinate that now. As you can see, my army's only just walking, unfortunately, because it's probably a bit of the lag that was causing that. So I'm going to coordinate this now. Bob's rushing some troops over here to force Odin back, but now I'm going to come slicing up the side and try and target towards Thor's general. So here comes my large cavalry strike now right into the side, and as you can see, that causes a mass rout on several of Thor's units here and Odin's units. So Thor's army basically routs here. And I'm going to pull my infantry up. Okay, Macedon's arrived now, so I have to kind of pull back here and coordinate my forces. But at this stage, with Thor, so many of Thor's units routing, Cleo's alright. Pompey's trying to use his royal pikemen to block the chariots. Now, if we look in the back over here, Thor did have some cavalry, and he's used it to get rid of these chariot archers. Now, I'm sorry I'm having to pause a lot, but it's just this battle was stretched over such a long line because there's so much skirmishing that it's hard for me to catch everything. Out here, we can see that quite a number, it looks like Talos' cav was destroyed by Diomedes' chariots. And now Bob is fully moving up to engage these Romans here, although he's engaging more units than he really needs to on all these Julii. I'm reforming, so I'm going to send a few infantry units out here to help Cleo, because he's probably going to get outflanked by Macedon, and he's still fighting a lot of urbans. And while a good number of Thor's men round from that cav charge, and it's allowed Cleo to take the edge, there's still a lot of urbans around the area. So here you can see Bob's engaging some of Macedon as well. So I'm going to start pushing up my infantry in a moment to start getting into the thick of it. Diomedes will keep his Egyptian pikemen in reserve. They're pretty much crap, so you don't really need them. Over here, as you can see, Cleo's using his scythe chariots to catch Thor's cavalry, and so Thor's going to lose his cavalry pretty quickly. So this battle's all over the place. Here we can see Odin sending some cav behind. So I'm going to push up my infantry now. I'm going to start trying to push through here, get through these royal pikemen and wrap around to help Bob. Bob's doing a pretty good job up here, but these pikes, there's enough forces here to really be a dangerous threat to him. So myself and Diomedes will start moving our cav and chariots out to the left to help Bob there. I'm going to start move up and throw my peeler into the into the Macedonians. As you can see here, several of Cleo's guys rout from a good charge from Odin there, so I'm going to reinforce my infantry and cover his back line so he's not going too overwhelmed, because as you can see, he's starting to get ganged up on quite heavily. He needs to try and get his chariots over here if he can, but you've got to be careful of the pikes, obviously. Here we can see Diomedes has moved this cav around, and I'm going to move my chariots around, move my chariots around, and I'm pushing up here and making breakthroughs, and his fire arrows coming down. So I'm going to start pouring on more infantry over here into this fight. I've brought in 7 of my Brutii infantry over here just to help reinforce Pontus, because Pontus is going to start losing under all this weight, so he needs my help now. But there's plenty of archer fire coming, which is doing a lot of morale damage to their enemy units. The Spartans, as you can see, typical of Spartans, are just smashing their way through. I'm trying to break through here so I can either wheel up this way or wheel up this way to help him. Here I see an opportunity. I thought Diomedes was going in, so I charged in. But it works out well for me anyway, because I get a charge straight into his first cohort in the flank and routes it, and I route another unit, which is great, and I'm going to quickly pull out. I actually thought Dio was going in at that stage, that's why I went in to support him, see if we could get a mass rout going, but Dio actually didn't go in. I'm going to quickly disengage now though before I get caught out. As you can see over here, with reinforced units, the Macedonian and units are starting to rout. Some of the Macedonian units are starting to rout, and all the way through the middle. As you can see, I'm actually cracked through here, so I'm going to start moving up. I can see that this flank's actually in good hands. Bob's doing fine, so I'm going to focus more on trying to break through here. Now here's where the real killer comes in. Cleo comes in with his chariots on this side, causes a rout on everyone there, and then Dio's going to come in with the chariots on this side and basically rout everyone else over here. So that real good chariot combination there. And then I'm going to use my cavalry to come around and break the rest of what's holding up Bob, even though he's winning his fight comfortably. As you can see, mass routs going on the flank, and the side chariots from Pontus mass routed everyone over here. And we're able to break through on that flank. And over here, as you can see, I'm going to send my chariots, my cav through, although it looks like Bob's pretty much done it. I sent some of my cav in already, and it just hit the flank here, and once my cav arrives, everything routs just before Bob would have finished them off anyway. I'm going to get the Macedonian general in the flank here, and he'll rout as well in a moment. Yep, there you go. And it's basically them all mass routed, and basically just mopping up routers, I suppose. It was a very good game. It was a really, really good game. It was, as I said, a minor bit of lag, which was a bit of a frustrating thing for some of us, but overall it wasn't too bad. Other preceding games had worse lag. So I came up with the most kills on my team with 1700 basically. Cleo did very, very well with 1,562. That is a very good achievement with Pontus, because Pontus is not an easy faction to use at times. And I mean, Dio's got 1,069. That's impressive for Egypt, because Egypt you never really use infantry with. And Bob's got a nice 1,165. So our team did very well. The enemy team, I think they got kind of discoordinated, because you can see there was a gap that started to form. They didn't really coordinate themselves as well as I think they probably could have, and there was confusion there. But I mean, excellent skirmishing and chariot use from Cleo and Dio, and me and Bob just worked as the infantry, and I was able to use my cav to support areas around the field, which worked out nicely. So a really great game to everyone. I really enjoyed this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave comments, tell me what you think. I'll link Paladinbob's channel in the description so you can tell me what you think. In the description you can go look at his channel, but you can also tell us what you think by leaving comments on our videos. Looking at the statistics here, as you can see, high kills for my urbans and my cavalry. And I didn't really lose a lot of men either, to be honest. I still nearly had 1,000 men left, so I actually didn't lose very many men at all. And neither did Dio, actually. Cleo lost quite a few, but that's to be expected with Pontus, to be honest. But anyway, really great battle to everyone. Good game to Cleo, Dio, Paladinbob, Pompey, Talos, Odin and Thor. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and please leave comments again, and I'll see you soon next time.